Well, he is on the short list of the greatest featherweights of all time, but Max Holloway has goals beyond that. DC, you know he trains at 185, 190 pounds. Going to be very interesting to see how far Max Holloway can take this here in the UFC.
He's one of the best fighters, as you said. He's one of the best featherweights of all time, and it's because of his preparation and his attention to detail. When he made his UFC debut, he had hiccups, but he went back to the lab and he fixed those things, and it showed in a massive 13-fight win streak that had him winning the featherweight championship and defending it on multiple occasions. Max Holloway is truly one of the best fighters in the entire organization.
And what he did in that two-fight series with Jose Aldo is something that history is going to look back upon very fondly. Max blessed Holloway back in another big spot here tonight. Max Holloway ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. All right, here's the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan, a lightweight that many believe will one day be wearing UFC gold around his waist. The winning streak is in tow, and the strength of schedule has just been fantastic, really dating to the Islam Makhachev fight back in 2019. At times, perhaps Tsarukyan has been a victim of expectation, but largely he has lived up to what was some appreciable hype when he signed with the UFC back in 2019. He has inched his way towards contention. He's a guy that some have called the boogeyman of lightweight division, a guy that a lot of people don't want to fight. Eventually, you gotta fight him. We'll see if he can rise to the occasion here tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, now let's get you our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Max Blessed Holloway. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan!
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, so here he is, the former UFC featherweight champion, Max Holloway, back on the proving ground, ready to get this round underway. And when you fight a guy like Max Holloway, better keep a tight guard. No rest for the weary. There are not any moments of respite when you fight Max Holloway over 15 or 25 minutes, and that is a reality that his opponent is acutely aware of coming in here tonight. There's that jab from Max Holloway. Didn't take him long to find a home for that tonight.
I mean, Max Holloway constantly fights behind the jab, and you would expect it at the start of every single fight. The jab leads to everything else that he does inside the octagon.
Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Oh, big left. Back and forth we go. Good work there on the feet by Max Holloway. We'll see if he can close the show now.
Max Holloway's looking to finish. Max Holloway's on his game. Max is looking good. Max is ready to become the king of the featherweights once again.
All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but did he sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight?
I mean, blood's in the water. You gotta go and get it. You gotta go find the finish. You cannot let him off the hook like that, because now he will be motivated to try to go and hurt you at short hand. Back in the clinch, look for a takedown. He's very good at changing levels when he can get to this clinch position and get in close.
Just out of range with that strike. 2 minutes remain in the round.
Good combination there.
Oh, he missed with that right hand. All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing this, keep going to the well until his opponent finds an answer, because right now, he seems lost to it.
Under a minute now to go in round one. Picture perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Good jab there by the champion. Nice looping punch.
By the bell, the round is over. He got stunned by a massive shot just before the end of the round. So now he goes back to the stool, wobbly a little bit. We'll see if the corner can maximize these 60 seconds and keep his head in the fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go with round two.
Lands a solid kick right there.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon. Oh, he is stunned, jump driving out there. We'll see if he can recover. Tsarukyan is in half guard.
Nice shot lands from the bottom. Oh, nice right hand by the champ. Yeah.
And very effective with the ground and pound. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangles. He's got to be careful here.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round two. Oh, huge ground strike there. I can see the Cutman's actually getting excited. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes. Oh, another ground strike gets through. Making all these shots count.
Oh, he got to his spot.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes on his opponent at will.
Well, I mean, John, the guy can fight everywhere, and he can fight everywhere meaning he can fight on the ground, he can fight in the stand-up, but he's also able to do it because his cardio is so good.
Right.
This is one of the best fighters that we have seen for a long time, and it is showing in this performance.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it at the time, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Strong outside leg kick. Useful strike there. The hook is clean. What a round. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure, but nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. I mean, what else can you say about that Max Holloway jab? Just makes it look easy.
He makes it look easy, and now he's... You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
That shot blocked by Holloway. Well, they've made all the right reads here tonight, and there's another one. Beautiful read on the leg strike as he catches it and then returns fire with a punch of his own. So they have got the timing down here at this point of the fight. And that left hook landed on the button. Closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Nice crack there. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs. That landed clean.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again.
Nice defense.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now. He's hurt again.
Well, let's see if he goes to set up the hook again. He has really done a nice job punctuating his combinations with that hook tonight. 90 seconds to go in the round. Strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
All right, less than a minute here to go now in round 3. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
Getting them out here.
Ground and pound the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested.
He landed. He hurt him.
Strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight.
Oh, he did a great job of rotating him into an underhook. Good punch land. He needs to get on the bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, look at that. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
This is crazy round of fighting.
That is a damaging kick that lands.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Still plenty of time with which to work here, round 4. Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you're looking for. Try to take the judges out of it. He is lighting them up now. Holloway's eyes starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Big inside kick. Gotta keep pressing here.
Back to his feet. Looked like it did stun him a little bit. Oh, he's in real trouble now. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done, though.
All right, time to go to the gas station, TC. These fighters are...
Great defense on display there.
30 seconds in the round. "20 seconds now remain in the round."
That'll do it! Wow! Wow!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moments, you got to show up. And that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
All right, let's get it to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Max Blessed Holloway.
How about your boy? I mean, that's your boy, Max Holloway. I know you're an objective observer, but to see your friend produce a knockout like that on this stage, that's heady stuff.
Yeah, it's huge for Max. It's huge to watch him continue to raise the bar in the featherweight division. He's been around for so long, but he continues to get better. He's getting better, and it's showing every time he steps in the octagon. This was a huge result for Max Holloway.
The former UFC featherweight champion, perhaps the future champ as well, after a big knockout here tonight.